So while I'm working on the brakes for my M38A1, I got my David Bradley trailer in here as well, so we can do a little bit more on it too. Now last year I went ahead and put the military tires on it to match the Jeep over there. Got the wheels all painted up, put new wheel bearings in it, but then I ended up stopping and putting it aside after having a kidney stone and when I finally got back to work, I just never was able to get back to working on this and didn't have a pressing need to use it. And yes, I still haven't replaced that light that I broke off last year. Yes, I probably should have gotten around to that by now, but I haven't. But I do have a new light there. I was going to go ahead and buy a pair of them and all new wiring, and that particular style of light, I wanted to stay with something very much like this because this was built in somewhere in the late 40s or the 50s, and that's the style, or close to the style of light that would have been on it originally, so I want to stick with that stuff. And going to Amazon, the people that had them were like a week and a half out, and I just wanted to get going on it. So I went over to TSC, and well, this is the only one they had in stock. And they didn't have any wiring in stock. So tomorrow I'm going to another TSC and hopefully get the rest of the stuff for it. And then I can redo all the lighting and have this thing operational so I can get tags for it again. But I do need to also work on this. It's broken away right here, and then I need to start cleaning this thing up. We'll see how far I take it this time. I may not get around to painting it this round, but I probably will come in here and start straightening the edges of some of these fenders where they're bent here, bent across here, maybe hammer and dolly them, start get that stuff ready while I'm working on all the lights and fixing this corner here. But we'll see. Maybe I'll take the fenders off, go ahead and prep and paint them and get a start. So yeah, the paint is pretty wasted on this thing, and I really do want to get it cleaned up and paint the whole thing. It's just a matter of how much time can I spend on it right now versus waiting and doing it a little bit later in the year. And I did go ahead and order another one of these just clamp-on style trailer jacks with the wheel on it because they're pretty cheap and it'll get me by for now until I decide if I want to try to recreate the proper original style or not. So another thing I need to do in order to get registration on it is I need a weight on it. Now I'm going to see if they will accept me putting it on my race scales here and getting a picture of the weight, or if they want me to actually go down and get an actual ticket for it. So officially, spring has sprung. We got ourselves a couple of geese going to be nesting out there on the island again, like every year. But even though the calendar says spring has sprung, let's talk to Mother Nature, because it is like 40 degrees today, and you know, we had 78 degrees like 2 weeks ago, so yeah, can't make up its mind. But we need to get some gravel brought in. It's all through here, and it gets to be a muddy mess up there right now, and I really want to clean all this stuff up. In order to get the gravel brought in here though, it's getting pretty expensive to have it hauled, but a friend of mine has some more of this crushed asphalt like I got last year, which I didn't get nearly enough in here. And I can go get it with my trailer 3/4 ton at a time once I get that actually tagged and back on the road again. So here we are the next day. I had to go to the next town over for some other reason, so I stopped at that TSC and we got ourselves a second tail light, but they didn't have any trailer wiring in stock either. Seems that nobody locally has anything in stock. So, back up and punt. I got some stuff coming tomorrow from Amazon. We're straightening this corner here. What I did was I cut myself a 2x4 that was 46 inches, which is what it measures across the front, and put the come along across here and pulled it in so that pulls that up nice and tight there. Now it will bend, it does bend the edge of this just a little bit because that's round, but I can straighten that out later, no big deal. So now I can come in here and weld this corner. Weld it across here, and I'll go a little bit further up than what it was originally welded and weld down through there. And I'll probably go ahead and do this corner and just put a little bit of weld in this corner to match the same distance I do on this side, and that should take care of that. I may have to put a little bit of a strengthening plate over top of this, we'll see. So the corner's all welded up now. It all feels pretty strong. I don't think I'm going to actually need to put a plate on the outside here after all. And we did go ahead and get a quote on getting this thing blasted so that we can go ahead and get all the rust out of it and get it painted up properly from somebody that we know. And they gave us a pretty decent price on it, but we're not going to do that just yet because I need to actually use this thing a little bit this spring, and I want to use it for moving gravel and stuff around, and I don't want to scratch up all the new paint doing that. So we're going to do that first, and then maybe get stripping this thing down and blasting it sometime in the summer. We'll get it all stripped down, take it apart then. So if we're going to do that, I decided what I was going to do on the lights here is I have these connectors here. They are waterproof and they screw together here, and I've had these things left over from another project, so I decided I'm just going to run the taillights off of these, and it has 3 wires instead of 2, which means I can add a ground. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here, add a ground wire to the back, and then this will go in right into the edge here where it will connect, and then I'll ground it again here to make sure we got a nice good ground on this. That way, when I go to tear this thing apart later and do the blasting and painting, I can just disconnect this, pull that apart, take the lights off, put them aside, and I'm not worrying about, cutting and splicing wires again because it's all done now. I went ahead and soldered them and heat shrunk them and everything, but I do have to take the hole for the wire and make it bigger for that to fit through on both brackets in order to do that. So now that I got a new jack on that actually works here, I can raise the tongue up high enough so that this thing's tilted back a little bit, so when it gets rained on, because I store it outside, all the water can run out the back of it rather than pulling at the front. Now yes, there are some drain holes up at the front, but there always seems to be some of this crap in there, or leaves get caught in there, and then it just pulls up in here. So that'll be good to have it washing out for a change. And as always with this channel, whenever we have something like this, the wiring in this case, or the jack that we bought off of Amazon, if you want to use the same stuff for your project, we'll put a link in the description and also some QR codes at the very end of the video.